guys, it's Janelle here. Today's video, I'm so excited to show you guys snippets of our trip to Washington and Oregon. The first part of our trip, we spent some time in Washington with Chris's family. We went on hikes to waterfalls, we paddleboarded on rivers and lakes. We also celebrated Chris's 29th birthday in Washington, which was really fun for him to be surrounded by his family for that. We got to spend some time picking berries in Chris's mom's wonderful garden. Raspberry, blueberries, blackberries. We even found some huckleberries up in the mountains, so that was really yummy to taste huckleberries for the first time. So enjoy some clips from our trip to Washington.
There's still plenty.
Let me train you how to use it. Your hands aren't big enough. I'm just kind of saying, move your hands and figure out how to use it.
Are you good? She's been doing this since you put it down. She's just pounding.
It's like, oh, yeah, putting on.
So now we're in the next part of our trip and we made it to the Oregon coast. We started off up in Astoria. We did make it to the tower where you can look over the entire town of Astoria. It was really beautiful. And then we continued our trip and we drove down to Cannon Beach. Cannon Beach has the famous Haystack Rock and it was so beautiful. We made it there by sunset and we wish we'd given Cannon Beach a little bit more time. We loved the cottagey vibe of Cannon Beach, kind of felt like the East Coast. It was also really cool because Cannon Beach and areas around that are known for elk sighting. So we saw a lot of elk. On the Oregon coast now. We spent a week in Washington with Chris's family, so
A bunch of hikes, floated some rivers, kayaked some lakes.
it was beautiful. Is that a jellyfish?
Jellyfish.
No way! That's so cool. We spent the rest of the day driving down. We went to Rockaway Beach. We toured the Tillamook Creamery, which was super cool. Newport was really cool. We got there and we went through the lighthouse just before it closed. And that was really beautiful. The lighthouse, I might butcher the name on this, but I think it's called the Yaquina Lighthouse. and that is a must-see. After we went through the lighthouse, we walked down some stairs to the beach, or kind of like the tide pools. We saw starfish, crabs, shells, so that is definitely something you should go do if you're planning on doing this trip yourself. Then we stopped at what's called Thor's Well. That's where like the waves come in and crash on all these rocks. There was another one where the wave came in and crashed on the back and it sounded like thunder. But that was a really cool part of our trip, was stopping and going down and like being close to the waves like that. Stop was to Sisters Rock, and I highly recommend Sisters Rock. It was so beautiful. The fog was just burning off when we got there, so it just felt very like mysterious, but also it was like very beautiful in a way. We hiked down to the sea cave. We actually saw a sea lion pop his head up above the water in the sea cave, so that was really cool. Definitely loved that part of our coast drive. Like a fun little hike down to see these beautiful big sister rocks. Part of our trip, we made it to California and we stopped at the Redwoods National Park. We did have to make reservations for a few of the hikes that are more popular, including Fern Canyon. So that was really fun to go to the Redwoods. We ended our trip along the California coast. We went to Big Sur. Big Sur is so beautiful and definitely on our bucket list to go back again. We were so tired and unfortunately Chris kind of got sick. We didn't do as much as we would have, and some of the hikes at Big Sur were closed for construction, and we'll definitely have to go back to Big Sur and give it more of an experience than we did this time. We had an amazing trip. It was such a fun road trip to see the Oregon and California coasts. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.